All right, welcome back to another week of Nick's picks. We all did pretty well this week. We didn't have any terrible weeks like I did a week ago. But the
that one took
standings.
you out of it, Nick.
Hold on, I just wanted to breeze over that. No, you're just gonna make me keep talking about it. All right, the standings for right now is Mills at 88 points, 7 points behind is Bobby at 81, and then I have a lot less points than that. But I'm coming back. I'm on the come up.
67. Nick,
I wasn't even gonna say it, but I took some risks last week. The Saints screwed me over with my money line. They should have for sure covered. That would have put me at 69, and then I would have lost every game on purpose for the rest of it, because then I would have been 69 for the rest. But we will start with a Thursday night game: Raiders at Rams. Raiders favored by 6.5, and this is Baker's probably starting.
I don't think he's going to start this game. I think
Probably
that's too.
not.
I think that's too quick for any other position. He might have like a
I mean, but
package.
it's John Wofford. Like, it's not like it's
or what's his face, Bryce Perkins.
Bryce
Bryce
Perkins.
Perkins.
It's just too early to throw him in there. He probably barely knows anything on the offense. What are you going to do?
They're just going to run the Carolina offense. Sean McVay's smart enough. He'll just
And I don't think Baker is starting. That being said, I still think the Rams held up with the Seahawks last week. Lost only by a couple points. 6.5 points, I think, is a lot for the Raiders to be spotted. Rams defense is still good enough. It's still okay.
I almost jumped right to Rams for this one.
I'm
Then I
taking the
looked at
Rams.
it. 6.5 is one touchdown.
I'm taking the Rams.
I could see the Raiders scoring one time, and that's it. And it could be 7-0.
That's true.
So that
True.
would cover.
I'm going with the Rams, though.
I'm going Raiders on this
Me and
one.
Value with the Raiders. All right, moving into the Sunday games. Vikings at Lions. Lions favored by 2.5. Is there something going on with Minnesota that they shouldn't be favored?
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Easiest money line ever, Minnesota. Money line.
Yeah, you
Line.
guys made this before I did. Going through there, I was like, for sure someone money lined this, and for sure Andrew. Andrew's out there. I'm like, Andrew probably made this.
Yeah, I'm money lining that one.
Lions are in the hunt, and
Sure.
they have to get wins. So just
The Vikings aren't the team to win against.
saying from Dan Campbell's going to rally the troops, man. They got to get a win
And
here.
Minnesota no longer playing for anything. They're division champs.
Yeah, I know, but they're still
No, I know. They're
in the
gonna
running
keep
for my shoe came off there. They're still in the running for that first over or that
Oh, yeah, I
number
know.
1 seed.
But technically, they're playing for nothing besides that.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Vikings on this
No,
one.
I'm
I'm
picking the
shocked
Vikings.
that the
I'm
Lions are
picking the
favorites,
Vikings,
to be
too.
honest. Nothing against the Lions.
Hey.
But how is a 2-loss team going to be favored over a team under 500
Yeah.
or not be favored over a team under 500? That's disrespectful as hell.
But-
This is a noon game. The noon nightmare is coming out. Kirk Thuggins.
Kirk Thuggins.
if you will.
He's getting jacked. All right, moving on. Jets at Bills. Bills favored by 9.5. Yeah, I don't like this for the Bills. They lost to the Jets earlier. Von Miller out for the season.
Yeah, that one's tough.
That's a big one for. It helps when you got Josh Allen. Josh Allen keeps your defense off the field, but usually Von Miller gets your offense right back on the field. I don't know. It's going to be interesting with the Jets. With Mike White.
9.5, you know.
If it was 6.5, for sure Bills.
Yeah, I just don't think the Bills are winning by 10 or more. I think they'll win by like a touchdown, though.
And the Jets almost beat Minnesota.
And
last week.
the Bills have had a tendency to let the Jets they have a winning record, so they're not bad. But they have a tendency to let teams hang around long enough to where they can no longer cover the spread. So
Yeah.
I'm going with the Jets. I just think this is going to be like a 7-point win for the Bills.
I think the Bills got this. 10. I'm riding with them.
10.
All right.
Nice. All right, Ravens at Steelers. Steelers favored by 2.5. This one's my money line for this week. I think the Steelers aren't really that good still.
No, they're not, but they're good enough.
The Ravens played very poorly against the Broncos, which are probably one of the bottom 5 in the league. I just think that people always, when you have your star quarterback go out in the first possession of the game, that ruins your offense, whether you have a good backup or not. Tyler Huntley,
not bad.
not as good of a thrower, but when he played the Bears last year, I was like, oh,
He did enough.
We got Tyler Huntley. We'll be able to do some damage. No,
And then they didn't. And
he has a similar skill set to Lamar. Lamar is still steps way ahead of him.
yeah,
but
he doesn't change their offense that much, but they just I'm not in on them this week. I'm going with the Steelers.
And Steelers won 3 straight.
Yeah, I'll roll with them.
Mike Tomlin might fight for that 500.
Dude,
He still has not
he's
been
fighting
below
to
it.
keep that winning season record
We're
alive.
just not losing
Has
season.
he ever gone 500 even, or has he always had a winning?
He's always had a winning
He's
record.
never been below 500. Has been the.
So he's hit 500 before.
I don't know if that means he's hit 500.
No, I think he's always been
never had a
above
losing record, is what it is. So I don't know if he's ever been 500, but he's always. I think the worst he was 8-7-1 one year.
That's rough. That's rough when we were talking about in our weekly episode. It's you're never getting a high draft pick with that. You're always middle.
You're always middle.
At least always middle, if not higher. All right, moving on. Eagles at Giants. Eagles favored by 6.5.
Yeah, give me the Eagles.
Eagles. I mean,
Eagles.
it's that division's tough. Those interdivision games are so. Which weird. 2 years ago that was the bottom division. You were pretty much guaranteed to win if you played each other. Now, no idea. But I got Eagles. 6.5 only touchdown. Not big.
They had a great game last week.
Yeah, Giants just are not.
Well,
They've
Brown.
got Giants have a lot of injuries. They're not going to be able to keep up with what the Eagles can do on both sides of the ball.
All right, Browns at Bengals. Bengals favored by 6.5. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, give me the Bengals.
Yeah.
I don't see 21 points coming from the defense and special teams to help Deshaun Watson. He hasn't played for 2 years. Don't like what he did off the field. Terrible person off the field.
Predator.
I want him to suck.
Predator.
I want him to suck. But you can't expect him to just come out and throw 5 touchdowns and not have
Yeah.
any problems.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bengals. Give me
Yeah,
the Bengals.
I think
Bengals.
we're all in agreement.
Jags at Titans. Titans favored by 3.5.
Again, give me the Titans.
But they fired their GM.
Mike,
That's going to shake up the locker room.
Mike Vrabel,
In a good
man.
way. I'm pretty sure they're happy. If I were in that locker room, I would be happy because I'd be like, oh, good. We got rid of the guy who traded AJ Brown for no reason, other than the fact we didn't want to pay him an extra $4 million a year that he wanted.
Yeah.
Look at our wide receiver group that has a combined 1,100
Hey, but they
yards,
have-
and he's at almost
But they have
1,000
Traylon
himself.
Burks now.
Who just got his first touchdown,
Yeah.
which was the fumble recovery from the Derrick Henry screen that Derrick Henry just dropped out of nowhere at like the 4-yard line. Traylon Burks picked it up and recovered it, and that's his first touchdown. Sorry, I said it at the draft. Terrible move. I'm sticking by it. No disrespect, Traylon, but you're a rookie. AJ Brown is well established as a top wide receiver. Still give me the Titans. Jacksonville just ain't it.
Oh, you're going Titans? as well?
Titans, yeah, I'm going Titans.
I got the Jags. I don't. You know what? They're just a weird team. They're
hard to
team-
pick. They're hard
they're
to
a
pick.
team
I'll give
that
you that.
sometimes just dominates a team that they shouldn't. And for me,
Baltimore. That Baltimore win was huge.
Yeah, it was a huge
They're
one.
they're tough to pick. I'll give you that. But the Titans are consistent, and I'm rocking with them.
all right, we got Texans at Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 16.5. You know, this is a tough one. This is a very big spread, but the Cowboys have just been rolling
Beating
through
the
teams. And for some reason, I think that's going to stop this week. I think they're going to win by 15. Very close to 16.5, but it's going to be 15.
You know, the law of averages would be on your side with that one, Nick. However, this is
Or they're going to lose
this
by
is
10.
the Texans we're talking about, and they lost by like 14 to the Browns, and the Browns didn't score an offensive touchdown
Because they had 2 interceptions for pick six and a punt return.
So
You think the Cowboys are doing that? Probably they can.
I just
and
want,
they'll score on offense.
I just wanted
too.
to be said. I think you need to go back to Davis Mills.
God bless Houston fans,
Was he not
players.
playing last week?
No, he did. They've been rocking with Kyle Allen.
Oh, gosh.
Kyle Allen started for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, they've done terrible. It's time to go back to Davis Mills. With that said, you're still probably going to get the
Davis
crap beat
Mills
out
going
of
to
you.
come back and Taylor Heineke it all over the Cowboys. He's going to buy a pair of Nike. No, he's an Adidas man. I feel
Damian
it.
Pierce.
He's going to get to
Damian Pierce is going to run the ball 80 times. Cowboys just aren't going to see the field enough.
Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, no, I'm taking the Cowboys. 16.5 is massive, but the Texans are a special kind of bad.
Yeah, they really are, man.
All right. Chiefs at Dumpster Fire Broncos. Chiefs favored by 9.5. Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Broncos lost to the Ravens, who scored a touchdown with 13 seconds left. And that's all the offense they did. And it's the Ravens, which all you have to do is get across the 50-yard line, and you pretty much have a guaranteed 3 points. in
Until
your
Russell
pocket.
Wilson throws more touchdowns than he has bathrooms in his house, I'm not picking the Broncos to do a damn thing. All right, he might not hit 12 passing touchdowns.
You know what's
this
gonna
year.
happen?
Yes.
Could you imagine paying 280 something million to a guy, or 240 something million, whatever he got, and he throws you 7 touchdowns through 14 weeks of
And watching
football?
Geno Smith just take his old team to.
Geno Smith has
You know what's going to happen, though, with Russell? Is he's going to throw 6 touchdowns in the week 18. Everyone else is going to have their starters out for that game, and Russ is just going to be like, this is my time.
He's like,
Just
Mr. Gotta be Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited.
Biggest cringe in the world. Yeah, you know what? Give me the Chiefs 9.5. That seems pretty safe, honestly.
Broncos country. Let's not ride.
Let's
You
cry.
had me for a second.
Yeah, I was going to say, whoa,
Someone
Bobby.
was typing in here, and I was like, "Oh no way, Bobby with the call."
Yeah, no, we're all going with the with the Chiefs on
With the,
that
whoa,
one.
whoa, whoa, hey, just you. All right, we're Panthers at Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 4. You know, the Seahawks aren't a great team, but I feel like this is also a little disrespectful. 6.5, I would have felt like would have been a fair assessment, and then I might have flipped to Panthers.
Well, the
but I'm
Panthers
not.
are bad, but like they're still like not absent of talent. They just are they don't have a head coach. They made the wrong decision at head coach to begin with Matt Rule. So they're just they're bad managerially.
Are they
but-
set for first overall pick?
No. It's Houston. Houston's 1-8-1
Oh,
or
that's
1-9-1. No, like Houston's pretty much locked in
Yeah.
there. The Bears are, if the Bears lose out, they can't pick any worse than 3rd overall. But my point being, Panthers, while they have talent, they don't have enough. Give me the Seahawks -4. I'm taking them.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, wild card.
Yes, he is a wild card.
It's a wild card. To this
Bobby, stop
game,
saying
but-
things when you're not picking that team.
But I still gotta go Seahawks.
Did you see his tuck and roll touchdown?
Dude, that was amazing. That
That's
was
hilarious.
like the
only
best-
Sam Darnold, man. Only Sam
Hey, he
Darnold.
saw a ghost, right? He got scared.
No, did you see the play though?
No, I didn't.
It was like it was read op. I believe it was a read option. He kept it and he gets hit and fumbles. It's like at the 2-yard line. He fumbles, dives for it, grabs it, and just tucks and rolls. Like
Yeah.
he literally
Like-
just rolls
Yeah.
3
Like when you're rolling
times.
down a hill, just
Yeah,
like
he,
that.
he just rolls like 3 times
Why
like
have I
this
not
into
seen
the end
this?
zone, and it was a touchdown. No one touched him for
Yeah,
like
no one touched him.
it was literally stop, drop, and roll into the end zone. It was hilarious. He just kept rolling.
Then hilarious if
He
would've
log
rolled. If
rolled.
you would have rolled the wrong way, that would have been worse than the butt fumble. He just started rolling back.
It was
No one
pretty
touched
funny.
him.
I'll
Let
give
him
him
go. Let him
I'll
go.
give him credit. He was quick on his chest with that one because he wasn't on his feet.
All right.
But yeah, we're all taking the Seahawks there.
Bucks at 49ers. 49ers still favored by 3.5. You know, Brock Purdy did great. He did well enough. I mean, I know the Bucks are going to be able to scheme for him because you're not going to scheme for a guy who's on the bench starting the game. So you're going to scheme for Brock Purdy over Jimmy G. But 49ers defense is good. I think their offense with Christian McCaffrey, Debo, George Kittle, it's better than the Saints. And the Saints defense shut down Brady. If they get one more touchdown, Brady loses that game. So
This all comes down to what Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy can accomplish there. He looked solid in relief there in the Miami game. However, a full week, you got to expect a limited, like a dialed back game plan from the 49ers offense, which the Bucks have a good defense themselves, which I
Yeah.
think if I had to pick between who I think is going to do well against a bad defense between Brock Purdy and Tom Brady, I'm inclined to take Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is going to be a shootout, but I can see this being like a 13-10 or worse kind of game.
Yeah.
I mean, I just look at it as CMC dominated in Carolina when he had nothing around him, even against good defenses. Against the Bucks defense,
That's
actually.
fair. I'm going with the Bucks though.
No, it's
I'm
fair.
just going to.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll win, but
You
I
got
do
the
think they'll cover.
for sure Hall of Famer Tom Brady. I think that's a safe pick. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm taking Bucks money line here.
I would.
That's all right.
I wouldn't go that
So we're
far.
rooting for 49ers win or Bucks to.
I'm rooting for
lose by less
I'm
than
rooting
3.
for 49ers by no more than 3 points. That's what I'm rooting for, really.
He's just like, but really, if I get the point, it's okay. Just Bobby can't get one
Yeah.
extra point on you.
Yeah, no, Bobby can't gain 2 points on me.
Yeah,
That's
right.
true.
All right, so we're moving. Sunday night game: Dolphins at Chargers. Dolphins favored by 3. Tua's probably gonna play. I think he's questionable as of right now, but most likely he's playing.
I'm going with the Dolphins. After watching Justin Herbert have to run for his life for 3 quarters this past Sunday, it's become pretty apparent that there's just issues over there in LA.
Yeah.
I always like to pick with Justin Herbert because like he always finds a way to like cover spreads for the most part.
For me, it's the defense. Like,
Yeah.
if you can't stop the Raiders, which are without Darren Waller,
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't think you
thing.
can
It's
stop
like,
Mike Gesicki, Jalen Waddle, and Tyreek Hill.
like I've mentioned before, he's always like this is going to be one of those games where the Chargers are probably playing from behind the whole time and they're going to become one-dimensional. No offensive line. It's just a recipe for disaster. I'm going to go with the Dolphins here. -3. It's a small score. I can see this being a 4-point to a touchdown game, really.
Yeah.
Not a lot of field goals this game, so
Yeah.
who are you gonna? Say who you picked.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins here.
Bobby's like,
That's
that.
twice. That's twice you just stared, Bobby.
I feel like Bobby thought he said Dolphins, but you just started talking. You were saying Dolphins, and Bobby's like, I already said.
Bobby was like, yeah. It's like, that's it. That they'll know.
All right, Bobby, we're starting with you on the Monday night game. Patriots at Cardinals. Patriots favored by 1.5.
Oh, give me the Cardinals. I think they're gonna have a bad taste in their mouth after the loss to the Chargers 2 weeks ago, off of bye week.
Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury's a scrub. Give me the Patriots.
Give me the Cardinals. Kyler's been playing Call of Duty for a long time. He's ready to step back on the football field.
He hasn't been getting those Warzone wins. He's got to get them on the field. If you're not winning on the field, you better be winning in El Masra, and he's not. So I'm going with the Patriots, though. Cliff Kingsbury, scrub, will be fired at the end of the year.
That's bold. That's bold.
He probably won't, but I don't think he has longer than 2 years in him.
No, at this point,
Because here's the thing. Steve Keim is like buddy with the owner of the Cardinals. So like Steve Keim is always going to be getting the preferential treatment because of how close he is with the Cardinals owner. Where if it comes down to like Steve Keim's job is on the line, he'll can Cliff Kingsbury like yesterday. You know, that's what it's good. That's what'll happen eventually because the Cardinals just are massive underachievers. So with that being said, Patriots, comfortable with that one. I don't know what their motto is. It's obviously not "Let's ride," but
Go Pats, go.
Go Pats, go. Do your job. I know that's another thing they say.
Do your job.
Do your job.
Do your
That
job.
sounds like
That's one
a
of their things.
non-football reference.
That's one of their things. Do your job. I know that because a friend of mine's a big Patriots fan, and every time he tweets or posts about them on Facebook, it's always hashtag do your job. And I clicked on it one time, and it's just only Patriot stuff with that hashtag for the
I
most
feel
part.
like that
Obviously, you
should-
get random
they should,
stuff.
They should say it. Duff the Sonic. Like for some reason, I feel like
Hashtag do your job.
like that would just be like in the working cafeteria and stuff like that.
You're
It says,
the-
do your job.
the break
Do your
room.
job.
Your
the
break room that's got 2 folding chairs and a space heater.
Okay, we don't need to harp on.
Is that the break room?
Bobby's job.
Is that
No,
close
I
on
mean,
that?
We got a pretty decent break room. We got
Okay, there you go.
TV.
I didn't even have a break room when I was working at LA Fitness.
Yeah, and then
I
we
had to
got-
go home.
Then
Which
behind the
is
car
a
wash.
good break room, but it sucks.
Then behind the car wash, we got like a nice little patio.
Cool. That's
So,
cool.
yeah,
That's
got a
solid.
picnic table. Yeah.
That's cool. You ever have
All
a
right.
picnic there?
Kind
Yeah,
of a
it's where I
spur
hang
of the
out.
moment,
When it's
very
not cold.
easy question of the week for picks. Have you guys watched Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli?
A little
I've
bit.
watched like clips when they come up on my TikTok. I don't watch the Manning cast.
I don't like Joe Buck, and I'm gonna boycott anything Joe Buck as long as I can. Like for the World Series, I'm gonna have to listen to him. But for on Monday Night Football, if I can not listen to Joe Buck, they're pretty funny sometimes. Like
I've
Peyton
heard.
gives a lot of crap to Eli, and then like Robin Roberts from Good Morning America was on
Mhm.
Monday, and she was like, "I'm like," it was her time to get cut off the show. She was like, "Now Peyton, be nice to your brother Eli," and then instantly he just started dogging on him as soon as she left. I was like, "Oh, dude, come on, that's your brother. He's won 2 Super Bowls.
He's
Come on."
Yeah, come on. He's
Yeah.
beat Brady twice in the Super
It
Bowl.
is funny when like they play against like Tom Brady. So like Eli's talking about, he's like, "Yeah, I beat him twice," and Peyton's kind of over there like, "Yeah, I."
I was back and forth with him, you know.
No, but sometimes you have to like see what guests they have on there. It's like worth it. Like they had Randy Moss
Gotcha.
on it.
I'll have to tune in one of these days.
I like when they have ex players on there.
Oh, yeah.
Or like they had Barack Obama on there. He was pretty funny on there. They had Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's pretty funny.
Well, duh, I'd hope so. He's a comedian.
Kevin James is on there a couple times.
Oh, the King of Queens.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
That's a throwback.
It is a throwback.
Yeah.
Nick, what's your question though?
That was the question. Have you guys seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
That's it, very
I've
similar.
watched clips of it. Yeah,
I watched it last year. I think Matt Stafford was on it. It was pretty cool. They were going over like the coverages. Cool.
I-
insight.
Yeah, I've never really tuned
I
in.
watch it for the comedians and the jokes.
That's fun.
Also, Peyton devours food.
Oh, good
and
for him.
Eli always calls him out. No, like because
It goes right to his forehead.
They can't eat like they don't eat like on when they're actually being filmed.
Mhm.
So like when they cut to a break for like 30 seconds, they always just have Peyton just like shoving his face with food, and then Eli will bring it up to guests. He's like, "Watch how this guy eats chicken wings." You just see Peyton like throwing 3 chicken wings in his mouth.
Well, you know, he's got to fuel that forehead of his.
Stop! It's been going down now that he doesn't have a tight helmet on. All the time.
Yeah, it's not squishing his skull upwards. Oh, no, that'll wrap up Nick's
Gosh.
picks, though, guys. So hopefully we help you out with some of your picks this week. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
I fucking save this one, Bob.